On the official takeover day, Manchester United, Sir Ratcliffe outlined specific goals such as overhauling the leadership team, upgrading the quality of the squad, and repairing the infrastructure, including the Theatre of Dreams. Many tasks lie ahead, and the British billionaire and his team are showing their determination by quickly planning specific tasks for each category. After starting to upgrade the Carrington Training Centre and repairing the stands in the tunnel of the stadium, recently the plan to turn Old Trafford into the greatest stage in football history was revealed. This is indeed a project worth waiting for from INEOS. Renowned journalist James Ducker of The Telegraph recently posted a very noteworthy article, stating that the Old Trafford home team plans to build a stadium with a capacity of up to 100,000 people, costing up to £2 billion. This will make the Theatre of Dreams a symbol of Northern England, rivaling the legendary Wembley Stadium. Previously, Sir Ratcliffe promised to renovate Manchester United's severely deteriorated home ground. Initially, he spent £300 million to improve the roof, seats, and the stadium tunnel. However, this was not a thorough solution, as Old Trafford had not undergone any upgrades for many years because the Glazers family seemed to overlook all these issues. But the question here is whether INEOS will repair the stadium on its existing foundation or build a completely new one. Initially, the idea of upgrading on the existing foundation was supported by many, but encountered the issue of renting a new stadium to play in, as Real Madrid did. However, this is relatively difficult as it is quite challenging to rent a stadium in the UK. Therefore, the remaining idea being leaned toward is building a completely new stadium on the land adjacent to the Theatre of Dreams. But certainly, as a fan like Sir Ratcliffe, he will not decide everything on his own and will organize a referendum of all fans by December. Thus, it can be seen that changing a club's symbol requires unity from many sides. According to the proposed plan, Manchester United could build a new stadium next to Old Trafford, estimated to cost £2 billion and take 6 years to complete. During that time, the Red Devils can still play at their familiar stage and operate normally. This will not affect any club activities, and the players will still be accustomed to the familiar pitch. The Old Trafford Redevelopment Task Force, chaired by Sir Ratcliffe, includes former Manchester United captain Gary Neville and Greater Manchester Mayor Andy Burnham, has held 4 meetings since being convened in March by the club's new co-owner, Sir Ratcliffe, and is said to be making certain progress in deciding the construction plan. The fan consultation will last until December. After that, detailed plans will be reviewed and presented so that everyone can clearly understand the intentions of the owners. The new stadium is expected to have a capacity of 100,000 seats, becoming the most recognizable image of the city and a symbol of the club in the new era. Or, as the British billionaire puts it, this will be a Wembley in the north. With $2 billion, this project is not just a new stadium, but also funding to build hotels, other amenities, and possibly an attractive entertainment center like SoFi in Los Angeles, part of the $425 billion Hollywood Park complex and home to SoFi Stadium, where the Red Devils played against Arsenal last Saturday. Thus, we can see that the tour in the US is not only about preparing for the new season, but also about the management learning from the model of building a complex with the stadium as the center and other accompanying facilities to attract a large number of visitors and fans worldwide. This idea is similar to what Real Madrid is implementing around Santiago Bernabéu. The Royal Club spent £1 billion to upgrade the stadium and various nearby structures, and now it is time for them to reap the rewards from these services. Collette, Roche, Chief Operating Officer for Off-Field Matters, has made 3 trips to Los Angeles and held a series of meetings with those behind the SoFi development project to leverage their expertise and experience, particularly the campus element of the project. This powerful woman also followed the Burnham Park project of the Chicago Bears NFL team and the ambitious plan of the English club to use a new stadium as a springboard to regenerate the larger area. In other words, it is to turn Manchester into a global destination, shedding the image of an industrial city filled with smoke and dampness. Of course, Ms. Roche could not miss the trip to Santiago Bernabéu earlier this year to learn about Real Madrid's redevelopment project and spent time working with those behind the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium project and the new Wembley in the south. When the Roosters were one of the clubs to build a new stadium along with a series of nearby structures, this project announcement excited many former players because their beloved club would wear a new color, becoming a symbol of all England. Among them, Andy Cole believes that this project represents the gold standard and is a project the club should aim for in Manchester, especially when fans know the model INEOS is learning from. The most impressive thing for me is how this stadium plays a central role in Englewood's rise. I have been to LA many years ago, and that part of the city was never a place you wanted to visit. Witnessing it becoming such a thriving neighborhood with SoFi at its center is an inspiring example of redeveloping the Theatre of Dreams. I do not make this comparison lightly, but you can see the parallels with the opportunity at home in Manchester. A new or rebuilt stadium at Old Trafford could be the focal point for the area's regeneration, especially for the entire city. Manchester United fans and everyone in Northern England deserve a truly world-class stadium, and SoFi has set the standard to strive for. This is the type of place to witness performances from the best players in the world, attracting top-class stars, and also being a venue fans want to experience. Previously, preliminary surveys were conducted with 30,000 fans. The opinions were divided into two halves, and with such a detailed new plan presented widely, the number of supporters may increase, allowing Sir Ratcliffe to confidently deploy his grand project. To prepare for the best, Man United has been buying additional land around Old Trafford for the past 5 years. And now, with favorable space, they just need to proceed with construction. But of course, funding is still extremely important. For now, we do not know whether this funding will be provided by Sir Ratcliffe along with the Glazers family, or if they will seek a sponsor to name the stadium after. That will be a future story when there is unanimity from the owners to all the fans. This will be a redevelopment project worth waiting for, bringing Manchester United back to the top position in English football.